Sucks being sick.
Yeah, it does. I'm so sorry.
Thanks, guys.
How'd the test go for you guys?
I wasn't on medication.
Oh, shoot.
How'd you guys do?
Pretty good. Has it let you like look at the questions that you missed? I tried to look at it and it wouldn't let me pull it up yet.
No, I haven't tried yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't tried either.
Okay.
So you guys pass?
Yeah. I missed 2.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm happy with it. Okay. Should we start the quiz?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'll turn my mic off if I'm coughing.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You guys don't want to hear that.
Dang it. All right, question 3. Which hypothesis involves equality? And that's the null hypothesis, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Question 4. The p-value is the probability of obtaining a sample statistic at least as extreme as the one that was actually observed. Remember that the p-value is the probability of obtaining a sample statistic at least as extreme as the one that was actually observed. When computing the p-value, which hypothesis do you assume to be true?
The null hypothesis.
Yeah, that's what I think. All right, suppose the null hypothesis is the mean equals 10. Use this information to answer the next 3 questions. Which of the following represents the alternative hypothesis for a two-tailed test? And I'd say the mean does not equal 10.
Right, the third one.
Yeah. And which of the following represents the alternative hypothesis for a left-tailed test?
The left tail test is the top one.
Yeah.
Yeah, less than. Which of the following represents the alternative hypothesis for a right-tailed? That's the second one.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember that we determine the outcome of the hypothesis test by comparing the p-value to the level of significance, or alpha. Which relationship would result in failing to reject the hypothesis? So we fail to reject it if the p-value is high, is larger.
Right.
Right.
So that's the first one.
That's the first one.
Okay. Which relationship would result in rejecting the null hypothesis? And that's if it's smaller.
So it would be the bottom one.
The second one, because if it's less than alpha, not the z.
Okay, we're going with alphas.
Okay. An insurance company is reviewing its current policy rates. When originally setting the rates, they believe that the average claim amount was $1,500. They are concerned that the true mean is actually higher than this. Which of the following would be the appropriate alternative hypothesis? The average claim is greater than 1,500.
Right.
So the third.
Third one.
Okay. And question 11, which of the following would be the appropriate null hypothesis? And it should be that average claim is equal to 1,500.
Right.
Okay. Perfect. So the first one. And then the insurance company randomly selects 40 claims and calculates a sample mean of 1,650. The insurance company assumes the distribution of the sample mean is normal. Is this a good assumption? And I'd say yes, because the sample size is large, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one. Then 13, what theorem or law justifies your answer to the previous question? And that's the central limit theorem.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Which of the following is the test statistic as defined in this lesson? Isn't that the z-score?
Yes.
Yeah, Z is the test statistic. Yeah.
Okay. The historical mean of sales receipts at a grocery store is $150, with standard deviation of $40. The store manager suspects that the average has decreased. She sets up a hypothesis test with the hypotheses. She will use a level of significance of alpha equals 0.5. She then takes a simple random sample of 36 sale receipts from her store and computes the mean of $144. What is the z-score associated with this test? So I got negative 0.9. I'm going to try that again. Yeah, I just got negative 0.09. Oh, bless you.
Okay, negative 0.900.
Awesome, that's what I got too.
I didn't get that though. I'm getting a negative 0.0335.
So to find the z-score, we take the new mean and subtract the sample mean.
Right.
And so you take 144 minus 150, which is negative 6.
Yep, that's what I get.
And then you're going to divide it by 40 divided by the square root of 36. So 40 divided by the square root of 36 is 6.667.
That's
Well, it's 6666666. So then you do negative 6 divided by that 6.66666.
that's what I'm doing wrong. I'm taking the level of significance and dividing it or square rooting that instead. So let's see if I get this answer. You said you get a negative
Right.
8.899.
Negative 0.900.
Yeah. That's what I got. Okay, so then the next question is, what is the p-value associated with the z-score from the previous question? And so when I typed it into the normal probability applet, I got 0.816.
Okay, I'm getting that too.
Okay. So then what inference would you make about the null hypothesis? So since the p-value is higher than the alpha, then it should be fail to reject the null, right?
Right.
Right. Perfect. So what is our conclusion for this problem? So if we reject it, or sorry, fail to reject it, then let's see. So we have insufficient evidence that the true population mean is less than 150.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The 19. There are two types of errors that can be made when performing a hypothesis test. Which one involves rejecting the null hypothesis when the null hypothesis is true? That's type 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A researcher decided that instead of using a level of significance of alpha equals 0.05, he will use alpha equals 0.01, which of the following will be true. The probability of a type 1 error will increase, or type 2 will increase. Let me see what I remember.
I think it's the second one.
The second one, probably type 2 will increase. Yeah, because if you lower the level of significance, then you lower, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you lower the level of significance, the type 1 error will decrease, right? So yeah, and then the type 2 will increase. So yeah, I think it's the second one too. Okay, so question 21, if alpha equals 0.05, compute the probability of committing a type 1 error. Round to 2 decimal places. Isn't it just 0.05?
I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's 1 and where's that one?
Right here. 0.05 is equal to 1 over 20.
Yeah, that's what, okay. Awesome. Submit that. Okay, it says that we missed the one with the what p-value is associated with the z-score. Is that because we need to just do what's higher than the second one and not both of them? Because I thought since the z-score is a negative that we should do above the negative one, but maybe not.
Let's see.
Can we take these quizzes twice?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can go back and correct your whatever you got wrong and submit it again. You get to it.
Okay, cool. Then I think I'll just retake it later, and I'm just gonna put, for that question, I'm gonna put 0.184 instead, and just see if it's the same.
.184 is what I'm getting.
0.184, okay. So I just put the wrong one. Cool, okay. Well, thanks guys, that was a lot easier this time.
Yep. see you on Tuesday.
Yep, sounds good. I hope you feel better, Deborah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.